Welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. We just got over this live scene there in Los Angeles County. Looks like a police pursuit is underway. We're going to work on getting some of these details to you because remember, all of these incidents are so different. The nature of why the chase is ongoing, why police are seeking this driver out is so different. We're going to work on getting that to you here, but this is a live pursuit. California Highway Patrol, you can see, look at all of them trailing slowly behind this vehicle. Skyfox overhead. So reports of the chase came in around 7:40 p.m. It's almost 8:25 here on the West Coast. They came in the Buena Park area of Orange County. According to reports, the chase started after the driver sped away when officers were trying to do a welfare check. You can see there, though, this red SUV, kind of like a crossover SUV, it's not going very fast. So now you're seeing the driver on the 5 freeway here. So it went from Orange to LA counties. Then the driver kept heading north on the 5, traveling at speeds around 50 miles per hour. Now it looks like we're in Pacoima. So you can see, I don't know if you can make this out, but the spotlight, once it goes over this red SUV, kind of notice, oh, look at that. Kind of a tire well just dropped off from the car as it was going. It's not something you see every day. That doesn't bode well for the driver, and maybe that's why they're going at such slow speeds here, 27 miles per hour. Anyway, what I was saying was if the spot shot goes over the car, you can get a better sense. You can see kind of the front rightward tire right by the driver's side is kind of on its last leg. It's kind of just meandering along here. And it looks like it's just on the rim of the, oh, it is. That front rightward tire is just the rim. So that tire is off. We also saw another tire off. You can see a lot of law enforcement officials standing by, pursuing this vehicle on the 5 freeway. It's about almost 8:30 now on the West Coast. We don't know what exactly they're pursuing the driver for. All we know is they were told to stop and they didn't, and that's when all of these law enforcement officials started pursuing the car. Okay, so now we know, okay, officers did use a spike strip on the car. And so both the tire and part of the car's bumper appeared to fly off the car. So that's why you're seeing this car kind of on its last leg. The bumper's off, the front bumper, and that rightward front tire. And now you can see it's kind of teetering here, driving erratically. So this is quite something. All right, you see that, I apologize. That's the left tire, not the right tire, up in the front there. So as far as police chases go, this one is a very low-speed chase at the moment. Apparently, Fox 11 is telling us that police did initiate a spike strip on the car, rendering the front leftward tire inoperable. So much so it looks like it's on the rim on the 5, and part of the car's bumper also is gone as well. There, you can get a better sense. So we're just going to stay with this right now. They're on the 5 freeway in Los Angeles County going about 30 miles per hour. And this is not a high-speed chase by any means. You can see there kind of flailing a little bit. You can see it lurch very quickly to the right, then back. So we're going to stay on this. We're going to work on getting more information for you. Hopefully this comes to a peaceful resolution very, very soon here. Weirdly, there's not much traffic in this direction northward. So stay with us here as we continue to follow this. Okay, so this is Andrew Kraft back here yet again. If you're just joining us here, we're almost approaching the bottom of the hour, 8:30. There in Los Angeles County, as California Highway Patrol officers are pursuing this red SUV very, very slowly there. Not even really going about 20 miles per hour. And that is probably due to the fact that its frontward left tire completely on its rim. It also lost another back tire as well. The front bumper also mangled after this spike strip police used to slow the driver down. Oh, and there you can see it looks like this officer is trying to go in for another pit maneuver. Let's watch. Okay, they're very, very close up onto this. Pit maneuvers have to be done when it's very, very slow-moving speeds. And there you go. Quite successful execution of the pit maneuver there. The vehicle now rendered at a standstill. All right, so this is where all the law enforcement get out of their cars, weapons drawn. Now, mind you, viewer discretion is advised. Anything could change here. So much so that the driver could keep going. That is not the case right now. The pit maneuver worked so far. So remember, the 5 freeway is one of Los Angeles County's busiest freeways there. We're going to wait to see who's in this red SUV and whether or not police can take them into custody safely. But mind you, viewer discretion is advised here. Hopefully we'll get a better sense of, why this driver led police, CHP officials on this very, very long chase. Started around 7:40. It's now 8:30, going and spanning 2 counties. So police, you can see there, have their weapons drawn. Now, just because the pursuit is over for now, doesn't mean they're going to quickly get the driver out of the vehicle. That could take some negotiation, some communication, and some deliberation. All right, so Skyfox zooming in there. All right, it looks like I said, viewer discretion is advised. It does appear something was shot at the passenger side window. I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes law enforcement deploys rubber bullets to make some type of headway there in the negotiations. It's kind of what it looked like to me. I've covered a lot of these. Remember, though, we don't know if the driver themselves have any weapons or are armed. I mean, that could potentially be the case. That's why law enforcement treats these things so delicately. All right, it does look like CHP officials, looks like some LA County Sheriff's deputies are also on the scene. They're trying to determine their next course of action here. Still, weapons drawn. This is a very tense situation. Trying to coax the driver to get out of the vehicle. If you're just joining us here, this is Andrew Kraft. We are over Skyfox above this end of a police pursuit. Now it has come to an end due to that successful pit maneuver by one of the deputies there. This was at very slow speeds. That's why it was successful. But now officials are trying to get the driver to come out of the vehicle. So the car is pretty banged up throughout the course of the chase. And so police will have to determine what their next course of action is to bring that suspect into custody. And sometimes, and you saw them, I believe they shot rubber bullets into the passenger side window in order to coax the driver out of the car, seemingly unsuccessfully. Okay, so you can see there more and more officers on the ground there. They just shot some other rubber bullets, possibly. Sometimes they do, if the window has been breached and cracked, they do shoot flares into the car itself. That's another mechanism to get the driver out. Tear gas. Sometimes gas canisters. So it doesn't look like much movement there in the vehicle itself. You can see there the passenger side window almost shattered. So remember, usually in these situations, we have some type of early understanding of why police are pursuing them. For whatever reason, they're wanted, there's a warrant out for them, there's some type of suspect. All we know with this driver was, I believe they were driving erratically and they failed to stop. Okay, actually here, we have better, oh, here we go. Let's watch. You can see there 3 of these law enforcement officials trying to get through the driver, smash out both those windows there, just to communicate. So we do know, according to reports, the chase started after the driver sped away when officers were trying to do a welfare check. So, wanted to get that in there as well. Remember, viewer discretion is advised. They're trying to communicate with the driver. It looks like beating in those 2 windows there with that baton. So, weapons drawn, the shield is up, the light is peering in there. And it looks like they're going to open the passenger side door here. So this is unusual. We have not seen any sign yet of the driver, of the suspect. They're no doubt speaking with them. Hope they're okay, so they can be taken into custody peacefully, calmly. Now they're going to go onto the driver's side door, weapons drawn. Viewer discretion is advised. And here we go. They have the driver's side door open. So I'm not entirely sure what is happening at the moment. They are trying to get the driver out of the vehicle. Usually in these situations, if we're this far in, they come up with their hands up. It doesn't seem like the case. They're manhandling the driver there to try to get him to come out. We don't know if it's a male or a female. We'll learn quite quickly here, no doubt. Okay, and it does look like the driver is out of the vehicle finally, on the ground. They'll be handcuffed. And you can see there, we don't really have a good look at them. But those are CHP and Los Angeles County deputies putting the handcuffs on. So, kind of an anticlimactic end to this. They are in custody. A lot of law enforcement officials responding to this. Now remember, they have to check the trunk and the other back seat as well to make sure no one else is inside. That's what you see happening right now. Okay, it does look like they are handcuffed and they will be taken into custody now. We just kind of want to wait on this to see if we can get a better glimpse of the suspect. I know it's nighttime. We don't really have a very good visual having the whole chase. Looks like they have a hoodie on, kind of long hair. Not sure if that's in a ponytail. Not entirely sure if it's a male or female just yet. All right, so they will be processed, put in the back of that patrol car. So let's move away from this right now. Looks like that pursuit and very, very short standoff situation is over. Looks like they're having quite some time, though, trouble with the suspect, even though they are handcuffed there, trying to put them up against